Good morning, students. So, in the last class, we were studying our chapter number 10, Transport of Substance in Living Beings. So, in this chapter, we have completed that what are the necessary nutritions required by the what are the necessary substances required by the body and how they are transported within our body, and how the transport of various substances occur within the human body. Now today we are going to study very important topic, that is heart, the human heart. So let us know first of all what is a human heart. So human heart is a thick muscular organ present in the chest cavity between the two lungs. What is the function of heart? Heart function is to pump the blood into the blood vessels. Like a motor, what is the use of motor? Motor used to, in our house, that electric motor is used to pump out the water. In the same way, the heart is used to pump the blood into the blood vessels. The pumping action of the heart keeps the blood flowing throughout the blood vessels. So how the bodies in the body, how the transfer of substance takes place? The transfer of substance takes place through the heart. And how does the blood is moved from one place to another? How does the blood is transported? So blood is transported through the pumping action of the heart. So what is the main role of the heart? The main role of the heart is to pump the blood to the different part of the body. Now we are going to just see the structure of heart. So just after this page there is a beautiful diagram of the heart, and you have to practice this diagram of heart. It may be asked in your further exams. So what is a heart? Heart is a four-chambered structure. Heart is a four-chambered structure, same as the size of your fist. Fist means your hands. So what is a heart? Heart is a four-chambered structure. How many parts are there in the heart? There are four parts in the heart. Heart is divided into four chambers, that is two arteria, that is left and right atrium, and two ventricles, left and right ventricles. The left atrium opens to left ventricle and the right atrium opens into the right ventricle. So this is the little theory. Just we will see in the diagram how it is. So just first of all see, this is the structure of heart. This is a very beautiful structure of the heart. So but just one by one we are going to see the various parts of the heart. So this is, I'm going to change my color. So this is, my dear student, aorta. This is aorta. It carries blood to different part of the body. This is aorta. What is the function of aorta? The function of aorta is to carry blood to the different part of the body. Next, what we have just studied right atrium, left ventricles. So what is the right auricle or atrium? This is our right auricle. This is our right auricles, and it receives, what is the function of auricle? Auricle receives the blood from the different part of the body. What is the function of auricle? Auricle receives blood from all parts of the body through veins and then this auricle, right auricle, sent the blood to the ventricle. What is the function of auricle? Auricle collects the blood from the different part of the body through the veins. Next important function is valves. Next important part of the human heart is valves. What's the function of valve? Valve act like as a valve. Valves. This is valves. You can see this is valves. This here. What is the function of valves? The main function of the valve is to separate the mixing of the blood. They act like as a valves in the heart. They act like a valves in the heart, and the function of valve is to prevent the mixing of the blood. What is the function of the valves? The function of the valve is to prevent the blood from the mixing. That is, impure blood should not get mixed with the pure blood. Impure blood should not get mixed with the pure blood. So this is the function of the valves. Next, after collection of the blood into the right auricle, the blood enters into the right ventricle. After coming from the after curving the blood from the right auricles from the different part of the body through veins, the blood enters into the right ventricle. The blood enters into the right ventricles, and in the right ventricles, the blood pumps into the pulmonary artery. After receiving the blood from the right auricle, the right ventricle pumps the blood into pulmonary artery. The right ventricle pumps the blood into the pulmonary artery. The blood enters into the pulmonary artery. Here this you can see, this is a pulmonary vein. Here this blue color is a pulmonary vein. This is pulmonary artery. This is a pulmonary artery. It carries blood to the lungs for oxygen. What is the function of pulmonary artery? Pulmonary artery carries blood to the lungs for receiving oxygen. What is the function of pulmonary artery? Pulmonary artery receives the blood and carries the blood to the lungs for the oxygenation. What is the function of pulmonary artery? The function of the pulmonary artery is to carry the blood to the lungs for the oxygen. After that, the blood enters into the pulmonary vein. The pulmonary vein receives the oxygen rich blood. This is, you can see this red color, it is a pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein receives the oxygen rich blood from the lungs and pour it into the left auricle. Pour it into the left auricle and pour it into the left auricle. Here you can see this is the left auricle. This is left. After getting oxygen from the lungs, the blood enters into the left auricles through the pulmonary vein. The blood enters into the blood through the pulmonary vein. After entering of the blood into the pulmonary vein, the blood enters into the left ventricle. The blood enters into the left ventricle, and here in the blood when the blood enters into the left ventricle, from the left ventricle the blood is sent, the oxygenated, we will not say blood, here we will say the oxygenated blood will be sent to all parts of the body. The blood is sent to the all parts of the body through different veins. So just again I am repeating the whole process once again. Just see, first of all the blood enters into the right auricle. First of all, the blood enters into the right auricle from the different veins on the body, different veins. Here we can say the deoxygenated blood. What is the meaning of deoxygenated blood? The blood which does not carry oxygen is called a deoxygenated blood. So here the blood enters, or the deoxygenated blood enters into the heart through in the right auricle from the different part of the body through veins. After the entering of the blood into the right auricle, the blood enters into the right ventricles. The blood enters into the right ventricle. After passing from the right auricle, the blood enters into the right ventricle. The blood enters into the right ventricle. After passing the blood from the right auricle, the blood enters into the right ventricle, and from here the right ventricle, the blood is sent to the pulmonary artery. The blood is sent to the pulmonary artery. This is a pulmonary artery. So first of all the blood enters into the right auricle, and in the right auricle, after passing from the right auricle, the blood enters into the right ventricle, and from the right ventricle the blood is sent to the pulmonary artery. The blood is sent to the pulmonary artery, and pulmonary artery carries the blood to the lungs. The pulmonary artery carries the blood to the lungs. In the lungs, the blood is mixed up with the oxygen. In the lungs, the blood is mixed up with the oxygen. In the body, after receiving the oxygen from the lungs, the blood enters into the right ventricle, right auricle. The blood enters into the right auricle through the pulmonary vein. So what is the function of pulmonary vein? The function of the pulmonary vein is to carry the oxygenated blood to the right auricle. The function of the pulmonary vein is to carry the oxygen-rich blood to the right auricle. So here the blood enters into the right auricle, and after the blood enters into the right auricle, the blood is sent into the left ventricle. After coming from the right auricles, the blood enters into the left ventricles. After receiving blood from the pulmonary vein, the blood enters into the left auricle. After receiving the blood from the pulmonary vein, the blood enters into the left auricle, and from the left auricle, the blood is sent to the left ventricle. The blood enters into the body. The oxygenated blood enters through the pulmonary vein to the left auricle, and from the left auricle the blood enters into the left ventricle, and from the left ventricle the oxygenated blood is sent to whole part of the body. So this is a functioning of the heart. Now, how our heart pumps? How does our heart pump? So the muscle around the chambers of the heart, contracts and relax. That is, they contract and relax. The muscles around the heart contracts and relax, and this contraction and relaxation of the muscles around the heart causes heartbeat, and this is also called as causes heartbeat. So the pumping action is caused due to the pumping action of the muscles near around the heart is known as the heartbeat. The rhythmic contraction and relaxation of the heart muscles are called the heartbeat. The rhythmic contraction and relaxation of the heart muscles are called the heartbeat. A normal heart beat about 60 to 80 times in a minute. So a normal heart beats about 60 to 80 times in a minute. The heartbeat forces blood to flow through the heart to the lungs as well as to the body. So this pumping causes blood to go to the lungs and then back to the heart, and from heart again to the different part of the body. So heartbeat causes your pumping of the blood and also causes the transport of the blood to the different part of the body. This throbbing sensation is also felt at several places in our body. This throbbing sensation, that is contraction and relaxation of the muscle, is also felt in different parts of the body. You can feel this near your wrist, neck and inner arm. This you can feel in the wrist, neck and in the ear arm, where the blood vessels come to the surface. This throbbing sensation is known as pulse. Pulse is also known as the direct measure of the heart. Pulse can be said also be said as the measure of heart. So generally we have seen when we goes to the doctor, sometimes doctor used to catch our wrist. So this, why do the doctor catches our wrist? The doctor catches our wrist to measure our heartbeat. Next, till now we have seen the transport of system in the animals. Now here we are going to see the transport system in the plants. So unlike animals, plants are also a living being, and they also require a transport system to transport different substances within the plant. Like animals, as we animals require different substances to be transported within our body, in the same way plants also require a transport system to transport a different substance in their body. So let us see first of all what are the different substances that are transported in the plant body. What are the different substances that are transported within the plant body? So different substances that are transported in the plant body are water, minerals, carbohydrate and waste materials. Water, mineral, carbohydrate and the waste material. So first of all, water is required for the photosynthesis. We all know that water is required by the plant for the photosynthesis, and it is also needed to be transported into the different parts of the plant. After waters, minerals are transported for the proper growth and development of the plants. After water, minerals are required for the proper growth and development of the plant. They are absorbed from the soil. Minerals are absorbed from the soils and transported to different part of the plant These are taken up with water and absorbed by the root. These are taken up with the water absorbed by the roots. Next important nutrition required by the plant is the next important nutrition which is transported within the plant body is the carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is manufactured in the leaf during photosynthesis. It is food of the plant. What is the food of the plant? So carbohydrate is the food of the plant and it is manufactured in the leaves. Carbohydrate is manufactured in the leaves during photosynthesis and it is needed to be transported to different parts of their plant and it is needed to be transported to in the different parts of the plant. Last, waste. So unlike human being, plant also remove waste out of their body. Plants also remove waste out of their body. So they are also needed to be removed from the body. So waste material are also needed to be removed from the plant. Now today we will see that how this nutrition or how this substance are transported within the plant body. So the transport system of the plant is made up of two tissues. The transport system of the plant is made up of two tissues. The transport system of the plant is generally made up of two tissues, xylem and phloem. The transport system of the plant is made up of two tissues, that is xylem and phloem. The xylem carries water and minerals from the root to the leaves and stems. Xylem carries water and minerals from the roots of the leaf to the stems. Xylem carries water and minerals from the root to the stems and the leaves, whereas the phloem carries carbohydrates from the leaves. Whereas the phloem carries carbohydrate manufactured in the leaves to the different parts of the plant. So a network of xylem and phloem is present throughout the plant body for this purpose. Xylem is present towards the center of the root system, while phloem is present at the outer edges. Xylem is present at the center of root and stem, whereas the phloem is present at the edges of the outer edges. Here you can see where the xylem and phloem are present. So see, you can here see this green color portion. Inner side is phloem, and while the outer section is phloem and the inner section is the xylem. This pink you can see in your book. Here also you can see that this pink color is denoting the xylem, whereas this green color denotes the phloem. This is a cut section of a stem. Xylem is present at the inner edges, whereas the phloem is present at the outer edges of the plant. So this is the stem portion, and also we can see here at the root portion. So root portion also, here we can see the outer edges. The outer edges, that is pink color, inner edges, that is pink color, shows the xylem, whereas the outer edges, that is green color, shows the phloem. What is the function of xylem? Xylem carries water and minerals from the root to different part of the plant body, whereas the phloem carries carbohydrate manufactured in the leaves to the different parts of the plant. Now more deeply about xylem and phloem we are going to learn in our second topic. So what is the xylem? In xylem, root hair absorb water and minerals from the surrounding soil particles. Roots hair absorbs the water and minerals from the surrounding soil particle. They then transfer the water to the neighboring root cell. They then transfer the water to the neighboring root cell until it reaches the stem, until it reaches the xylem tissue present in the roots. This water is further transported up to the stem and to the leaves through the network of xylem present in this organ. So root hair absorbs the nutritions from the soil. These root hair then send the nutritions to the roots, and through the roots, that is xylem is present in the roots. Through the xylem, this tissue, this nutrition and water are sent to the leaves. This nutrition water are sent to the leaves for the photosynthesis. Transpiration provides the force that a plant need for pulling this water. Transpiration provides the force that is needed by the plants for pulling this water. So first of all, what is the transpiration? Transpiration is the process by which water evaporates from the aerial parts of the plant. What is the transpiration? Transpiration is a process by which water evaporates from the aerial parts of the plant. And when the water evaporates from the leaf, when a water evaporates a leaf, it creates a suction force. Suction means in Hindi we speak खींचते हैं. In Hindi we say खींचते हैं. So it creates a suction force in the leaves cells, which causes water to be pulled up from the stem. This you can, if you want to observe this, you can see that when we are drinking soft drink, that is Coca-Cola and all. So we suck the liquid through a straw.